Welcome, everyone, to the Plains and Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Missouri Tigers taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff from the gun.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch, how do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle. And offense is just...
Touchdown Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. With the catch, it's Daly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Motion from the offense. Hands it off. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. A 1st down for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. Got his man on the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying the left side. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Auburn lines up quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? That come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They're going to run it to the right. At the 35, he's loose. Afterburner's coming. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
14, Auburn, 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he reels it in inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The lone back's got it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Try to get it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Auburn going to work with another first down. They'll go to the ground. And he could not get loose on the run.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run.
Ground. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He finds his man. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. They'll try it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, if you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down. On 2nd down, he'll fire.
throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Looking for a productive play on first down. The inside handoff. Fakes his man out.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
That is no good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The run to the left. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's quick. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it behind the line. It's Willingham. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup. We've been keeping a close eye on. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and a challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Here's the handoff. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They'll go right back to him. Still on his feet at the 45. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they're able to make the tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Looking to throw on second down. He's got it down the middle. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the move, he fires. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they get to him just before he scores. Run out of bounds at the 1.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
I mean, he's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anymore.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Missouri! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Oh, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if... come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. To the ground with the back. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 5 over East Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to find his man on first down. He wants a big play here late. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. He'll pull it down. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Finds us back in the middle. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, wants to throw.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got a man. It's Daly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They're trying to get to it. Gets it out quickly. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the end zone, and it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Smashes through. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.